I often get asked by patients, is my skin too olive or dark to have laser treatments? They may have been told elsewhere that they can't have laser treatments because their skin is just not suitable for it. Generally speaking, firstly, darker skins tend to have different problems to fairer skins. So fairer skins will be prone to more sun damage. Melanin or pigment in the skin is actually protective against UV radiation, so darker skin types will have less sun damage, but they tend to have more pigmentation issues, such as melasma, which is hormonal pigmentation. And the question is, how do you treat these patients and still keep them safe and have good outcomes and not cause any complications? And the answer to that is a few-fold. Firstly, it's about patient selection, firstly. So there are some conditions which we can't treat on darker skin. For example, if there is some wrinkling on a darker skin type, you can't laser resurface that with a carbon dioxide laser. That would end up with the what I call Michael Jackson effect, where your skin color changes and you either go dark or white. So you don't know which way you're going to go. So choosing an appropriate patient for, with appropriate concern to treat is important. And yes, sometimes we have to say, no, we can't treat you in certain circumstances, or we have to take another route to treat your concern. The next step is laser selection, and that is picking a laser which is compatible with olive or darker skins. And usually this means longer wavelength, usually around the 1000 nanometer wavelength. So at longer wavelengths, you actually get less attraction to the key target in the skin, which is melanin. So you're able to treat darker skins with longer wavelengths. For example, if you have someone who has darker skin, like say an Indian patient who has wants to remove hair, you wouldn't use a wavelength which is highly attracted to melanin. That might be, say, a ruby laser, for example, which has a shorter wavelength than Nd:YAG laser, which has a very long wavelength and is less attracted to the melanin in the skin. So it's able to be more specific in picking up the hair as opposed to the normal skin of the patient. The other part of treating darker skins is actually using appropriate measures to protect the epidermis, or the top layer of skin, during laser treatment. This should be done for all skin types, but in particularly dark skin types need to be cooled with usually what you call a Zimmer cooler, and that blows cold air over the top surface of the skin. So you're cooling the top surface of the skin whilst the laser penetrates down to below that depth to get the target that you want to treat. So protecting the epidermis, or the top layers, is very important. That reduces complications again, like darkening or whitening of the skin, as well as scarring. The aftercare is also important, and for olive or dark skins, it's important to avoid sun. You don't want to stimulate the skin to produce pigment while you're healing. While the lasers induce an injury, you don't want more pigment to form by literally tanning yourself after a procedure. And sometimes your doctor will prescribe a cream, maybe sometimes a steroid cream, or some sort of cream to help settle skin down to help reduce inflammation. Usually inflammation is the key source of pigmentation problems. So you can reduce pigmentation problems by reducing inflammation.